had left Portland and worked for a fantastic coffee roaster in the Columbia River Gorge for a few years before returning to Portland when her husband accepted his dream job. While Colton had moved to Portland a few weeks ago with bona fides from a roaster in Austin whom Harley adored. So far, he'd shown me he could pull a perfect shot of espresso and also craft a latte with a heart or tree in the foam. I needed to get Nina and Colton into the cart to work a few shifts to see them interact with actual customers, but I had a good feeling about both of them. Colton looked peak Portland with his undercut hair, fondness for flannel, Carhartt, corduroy, and a neatly tended beard. Colton would fit seamlessly into the new shop, which also looked like a quintessential Portland coffee destination, but with a few extras that would make it feel like ground rules. The entire Button building would feel special, and the thought of the food my fellow cafes would produce made me feel hungry. The Button building reminded me of a bundt cake, with one piece missing. Each shop is like an individual slice of an octagon, with one door opening on the street and the back door opening to a central communal-covered courtyard with skylights. Customers could order food from any of the micro-restaurants and have their food delivered directly to their seats in the communal seating area. A shop-sized breezeway, aka the missing cake slice, connected the courtyard directly to an outdoor patio with a fire pit and several rows of picnic tables. In the summer, we could open the garage door between the courtyard and patio, and it would feel like one cohesive space. But with the door shut in the winter, it was a great spot to dine. We were set up to be a hip destination, perfect for grabbing food or drinks with friends who didn't have to agree on one cafe. One of the micro-restaurants, Deja Brew, was a beer bar I'd known for a while since they also had an outpost in the rail yard alongside the first ground rules cart. They'd added cocktails to their Button building lineup, and their liquor license included the whole facility, so people could buy a drink and take it anywhere on the property. Fingers crossed, this venture would be a success. As a coffee shop, we planned to open earlier than most of our fellow micro-restaurants, who were generally focused on lunch and dinner. But one restaurant would open in the morning alongside us, the Breakfast Bandits, aka the former food cart that had declared we were mortal enemies before I'd even had a chance to say hello. And their owner, Bianca, glared at me as she walked past the ground rules order window that opened onto the street outside the shop. As a nod to our food cart roots, we'd built a walk-up window on the busy sidewalk outside, hoping to lure foot traffic into stopping. We'd already gotten a few questions from locals waiting to catch their bus. I offered Bianca a big smile and she scowled in response. "What is her problem?" a peppy voice asked behind me. I knew the voice. I turned to see Rose, a true crime podcaster and social media maven extraordinaire, standing at the counter. "We're not open yet, Rose," I said. Like always, Rose looked camera ready. Her sweater and jeans were utterly on trend, with a studied casual vibe, and her makeup was on point. Her skill with eyeliner was impressive, and her skin looked dewy and glowing. Her chestnut brown hair framed her face in natural curls. While Rose's focus was on her Rose Investigates, Thorny Crimes and Intrepid Offshoots podcast that dove into true crime, she also had an active social media presence. She posted short videos discussing weird facts related to her podcast, which had gone viral last year, and small snippets in her life. Even though my hair is stick straight, I'd enjoyed watching her humorous video about how she uses the curly girl method to maintain her perfect spirals. Rose couldn't be more than 19, maybe 20, and something told me she'd go far with her mix of tenacity, dedication, and sense of humor. But Rose's current podcast series put her at odds with me on a fundamental level. She was researching my mother's crimes. This made every interaction with Rose feel like a landmine. A perky, friendly landmine, but